I called Charlie. So that's how I found out.
We're home.
Let's frolic innocently in nature.
When did I hear about it? I was in a restaurant called Home on Glendale Riverside Boulevard there in Los Angeles with my friend Justin Baker, and in walks Doug Lawrence, Joe Murray, and Martin Olson, and Cosmos Sergeson, and I'm like, what's going on here? What's happening? Is it what I think it is? And they said, we are writing a Rocko movie. And that was unofficial. And then about 6 months later, they said, yeah, we're going to do it. We got a script. We're going to come and record. That was sometime earlier this year. Actually, yeah, it must have been. And we went in and recorded. So it was about maybe almost a full year ago that I learned that this was happening. And it was over the moon. And I called Charlie. So that's how I found out.
Fellas?
Yeah?
I don't think we're in the 90s anymore.
The loose plot is that Rocko, Joe intended for those characters to fly off into space in a jump the shark fashion, that they would never come back. And then when Chris from Nickelodeon gave him the call and said, we want to do a special, he said, let's bring them out of space. They were time suspended in 1996. And now static cling, they will re-enter 2017, the new 21st century, and see with all the technology and people texting and coffee and food trucks and then how the world's changed and how they will cope with that.
For Rocko, he's kind of a Winnie the Pooh character, so he's a bit reluctant and he's not quite sure it's going to be the nice thing to do.
But he goes forward with his mates who are, well, I got the new cell phone 9. I got the cell phone 10.
And he's like, guys, we got to learn to adapt.
And so it's about adapting in the new 21st century and how Joe thought, how will people receive 1996 cartoons into this century? So he wrote it into the script. And it's very fun. There's a lot of gags. There's a really great reveal in the 44-minute movie that I think people are going to dig. It's awesome. And we saw a clip yesterday at the panel, and it looks fantastic. Even though Joe was having a problem with it because he goes, there's something wrong with this. And they go, Joe, it's an HD. He's like, no, you got to dirty it up like a tennis shoe. You got to put dirt on it and make it look grainier like 35-millimeter film. But it looks fantastic, and the gags are wonderful. It was a great script, and I think people are going to love it. So,
Rocko. The 21st century is a very dangerous century.